California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mike 55, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Kill.
On first down, it's Moss. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Now Austin. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
What down? 180. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Yo, Chief.
What's the curl? Deuce.
Express.
On 2nd down now. Richard, space to maneuver at the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 30. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
They'll run on 1st down. Richard. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Monday, down. 185.
Check 53's Mike. Check that.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive as the season winds down and you look at them in totality. You know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now here's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
And a first down, Chiefs.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
47-yard line.
Yellow.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Wells. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's by Travis Kelce. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Raiders' 27-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Mahomes now on first down. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked Picked off at the 17, the 40, 20, 10, 5, and the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
Yellow. Let's go, Lou, lady. Switch.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. That's complete to Slayton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Able to find Warner. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Richard. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Down. 280.
53. Mike. Watch the run.
On 2nd and 9, Carr, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down.
I'm here all day.
To throw, it's Carr. It's a screen to Richard. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Hey. 4 down.
Hey, 15.
Switch.
Hey, dribble it. Let's go.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Yellow.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Kill.
Right side.
Now a give, right side. Moss. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Austin. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check. Fresh down.
Carr gives to Richard. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watch the twist.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. That one caught by Gibson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And the Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line.
You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
This is Richard. And an alley to run. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Well, all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jalen Richard, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Now Mahomes' throw complete to his tight end, Kelsey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first, 18 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now a give, right side. Moss. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Yellow. There's a lot right.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
From the 25 on second down, Mahomes. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Keep doing that.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a first and 10 from the 10.
Single receiver. Hey,
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. From 10 yards out as they are now on the half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Hey, we got Mike, number 52.
On first down, Carr. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Moss. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
Yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing now is Mahomes. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
It's 2nd down and goal.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Me. Check, bump set. Check, bump set.
15.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal of 31 yards.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Down. Blue 80. Check. 53 is mine. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Check safety, check safety. Later one. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Second and 5 now. Carr. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
Don't get nervous. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 1.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. This is brought in by Gibson. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
On first down, Richard, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Oh, you got deep?
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They'll run on first down. Richard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
Monday, down. 185. 5 down. That's what I do. He gets.
Richard. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Carr. It's caught. Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
I'm coming.
On first down, Richard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check 53 is mine. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that,
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. 50 yards. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Brett Maher on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
The kick by Maher is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had it. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got him. On me.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Yellow.
Watch out. Tight end right. 4 down.
Hey, 43, 15.
Mahomes going to throw. And that's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll run on 1st down. Richard. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Richard. He will push his way down to about the 14. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Now Carr. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target.
At the 15-yard line.
Down. Blue 80. 53. Mike. Run. Check. OP.
On 1st down, Richard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The throw down the field caught by his running back. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
That's it, baby. 29-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Richard. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They go back to Grant. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
So this one a victory for the Raiders. So for the Raiders, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it just keeps getting worse as they're going to fall to 1-14. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.